sen. Ylös vielä liitellen, lailla Kotkan uljaan sen. Tähtitaivassa odottaa.
Topless Gun, the Swedish developer of My Summer Car, has worked on his project for almost 10 years to come out of early access, and the development of the game can be traced back to 2013. He worked on the game almost entirely by himself, and he captured his situation very well in the game, where you can spend tremendous amounts of time building your project car from nothing to a working road legal machine, or you can participate in the local rally event with the car. In fact, one might observe that this game is about rallying, and all that life sim stuff is just garnish. And this observation is evident if we take a look at the map design. The map contains a large amount of dirt roads where the rally itself takes place. The map is circled by a highway if you are not into the dangerous dirt roads, and you can reach anything by that. But the game's main contents are surrounded by dirt roads, so eventually you have to travel on them. Even if the player just wants to leave the house to visit town, they have to travel a few kilometers of dirt roads anyway, by this making you have the high-octane urge to speed on these roads with any vehicle you drive. It is also important to talk about the scenery. This is 2000's Colin McRae Rally 2.0. This is 2019's Dirt Rally 2.0. And this is 2004's Richard Burns Rally. All of this gameplay is on a Finland stage, and you might find some similarities to My Summer Car's map. The most resembling My Summer Car is Richard Burns Rally with its color palette, but let's approach this from a retro rally game aspect. In My Summer Car, the spots of the map that would be empty with no content on them and thus irrelevant are blocked by tree walls, just like in the late 90s rally games. If you take a close look at the NPCs in My Summer Car, you get the feeling of looking at the spectators from old racing games, with their low poly look, a rather effortless look that the player wouldn't notice at high speeds. So, absorbing the visual style, we can conclude that the game's map is like an open racing track, where at times life and sometimes survival is happening, and sometimes high-speed fun. A slight commentary about rally games and the modern transformation of the indie genre. But with rally racing being a main identity of My Summer Car, it is also a commentary about Finnish culture. Topless Gun made this game to be a well put together time capsule of an era in Finland, with all its niche cultural references, secluded groups of people, social classes, the Amish youth, saunas, the political and economic situation at the time, and of course the obsession with rallying. I have never been to Finland, nor was I even born in 1995, but I know that the events and the execution in the game are portrayed by someone's POV, remembering a time that might just be relatable for someone else. Because of this, there is a lot of love and passion put into this game, that is at first sight just some janky indie game that seemingly wants to be one of those simulator games. When a video game has the simulator tag attached to it, people have a picture in their mind of a janky game full of bugs that have very little effort put into it. A game in which you have to do something boring or monotonous. Well, My Summer Car doesn't have the simulator in its name, but it contains all the aspects of a game like that. It is janky, it has very visible bugs, and you have to do many boring and monotonous things to keep playing or to keep surviving. On top of that, My Summer Car is very frustrating. Topless Gun makes this very clear on the Steam page and in the trailer.
I'll tell you why this is not a fun game.
Your car constantly breaking down, having to pay the bills, dealing with the law, having your vehicle flipped over in the middle of nowhere, and having to walk back home in the near dark, then dying of thirst or something. There are also many instances where you have to wait a lot, waiting for job cooldowns to reduce, taking 8 minutes for the Jifu to fill up, or having to wait out your jail sentence, which can take 20 actual real-life hours before you can continue playing the game. Many of these things encourage you to leave the game running while you do something else. On top of all this, the game doesn't let you know anything about its mechanics, let alone how to build a car from nothing. You have to figure out almost everything by yourself. It is a steep learning curve to enjoy this game to its fullest potential, but because of this, it can be said that this game is truly old school. Whenever old school is attached to a game, the pattern is usually low poly graphics and a few older out-of-fashion gameplay mechanics that are rethought. But My Summer Car is old school in all of its unromanticized aspects, capturing the feeling of playing a video game in Europe around the turn of the millennium, at a time when games didn't hand anything to you and you had limited internet access to find out where to go or what to do next. You probably had to read a bunch of text that explained the plot or the mechanics, but the text was also written in a strange language called English, that was alien as any non-first language is. That is why all the voiced audio is in Finnish in the game, to make you feel that sort of alienation by playing something foreign. But now our internet is speeding at 100 megabits per second and we learn English. With all of these benefits, we gained abundance of knowledge and information that only made us yearn for a simpler time. So yeah, you might know where I'm trying to go with this topic. Despite all of these inconveniences that you have to face, thousands of players still return to enjoy it. But why? At the end of the day, I think this game is about summer. Not strictly a Finnish summer or a Scandinavian summer, but a summer in the countryside that is familiar and specific enough that anyone can relate to it and be immersed in it. Regardless of which country a person is from, anyone can find one of the joys of summer in this game. The aspects and the hidden side of this game that neither the trailer nor the clickbaity videos mention are the simple joys of visiting your grandma, having a drink with your pals, or grilling some meat out in the nature. All of that hostility the game shows toward the player is essential for to value the slower, simpler aspects of summer. And who knows, maybe it helps you value summer even more in your actual life. Thank you for watching this video. I wish you a wonderful rest of summer. And remember, go outside.
Joku lukiolainen, se parhaankin maniskin. Ei saa menettää peliä, pitää muistaa tytölle hymyillä. Ja noista päivistä ei oo kuin rippeet jäljellä, mutta aikuisuuteen jotain parempaa. Ja niistä ammetaan.